Hi. I've been away for a couple of days, and the reason why is because I have a son. He's my second kid. Oh, I'm sorry. And I'm going to be doing this video with the baby. So hopefully he doesn't wake up and start crying. Okay, so what I'm going to do this video on is revisiting the Seth Rich case. There's a lot of videos already that's been done by independent media, and there's been a lot of other types of stories being done in mainstream media. So I just want to go back in time for a little bit and just kind of get everyone up to speed what happened in the past, and then when they're comparing all the talk about what's going on with Seth Rich case today, everyone just kind of has a better understanding. So what I did, and you can go ahead and follow along with all the links in my description box, is here is just a Google News search, and it's based on a search filter for July 10th, 2016 through July 11th, 2016, and it's sorted by date. And the first one that comes up is Washington Post. Alright, so I'm going to use mainstream media news, not indie media news, because right now there's been a lot of hitting down towards independent media by mainstream media, talking about how everyone's just a conspiracy theorist that Seth Rich emailed WikiLeaks and was the DNC leaker. So let's leave that to everyone else. This is just kind of revisiting the entire thing. So I reference a couple of articles from the search. The first one, of course, is the Washington Post, and you can read the whole thing here of how it happened, who Seth Rich was, where he was found, how his father talks about Seth Rich and his mother, and a couple of things that I want to point out now instead of later is you're going to be seeing a lot of stuff about pandas. What does pandas have to do with anything? Well, if you're keeping with the current story, pandas come up a lot. And if you actually read a lot about this in the past, pandas come out quite a bit. So here there's two references to pandas. One is, he was lighthearted too, sometimes pulling on a sweatshirt adorned with a picture of a panda, his favorite animal, just to make coworkers laugh. And the second one in this article is about, let's see, oh actually there's probably three, sorry. Rich moved to First Street 2 years ago. He didn't have a car and he walked or bicycled to work with only ice stopping him. He wore a panda suit whenever he could. His mother said he simply found them cute and adorable. And for July 4, he dressed from shoe to shirt in the garments of stars and stripes. In one photo, he's holding a beer wrapped in an American flag cooler. Okay, so those were the two references, not three, I'm sorry. Okay, so that's it for panda for now. Now we're going to go into this next article and kind of give you some more detail, especially with this picture of where he exactly died. Because the reporter Marina Morocco, and who Marina Morocco is, she's Miami-bred journalist, at least that's what she's, and you'll see her on fox5dc.com or fox5dc, and she is a reporter. That's just all the stuff that she put in for her Twitter profile. So this is where someone put flowers where Seth Rich was murdered. And we're going to get back to that in a bit too. And this is just another article. Now, this one, again, by Marina Morocco, Fox 5, as you can see, it kind of gives you more details. And within it is a video, and I'm going to play back that video. And to play this back, you're going to probably need Adobe Player. But you don't need it now. You can just play, just keep watching.
We begin tonight, though, with the latest in that murder investigation into a Democratic National Committee staffer. Thanks for joining us at 10. I'm Sean Yancey.
And I'm Tony Perkins. Tonight, new details about the final hours of Seth Rich's life, as told by a bar manager who knew Rich as a frequent customer. Fox 5's Marina Morocco joins us live in Northwest with the latest. Marina.
Yeah, and Tony, this is Columbia Heights Lou's Sports Bar. Seth Rich was a regular here. He was sitting that Saturday night when he came at that corner stool on the bar here. He knew this bar very well. He was a Packers fan, and this is a Packers bar. It's packed with folks who knew Seth Rich here. Now, once the bar closed at about 1:45, he walked out those doors, walked out here to the sidewalk, and started talking with the manager. The manager on duty, who knew Seth Rich very well, asked him if he wanted a ride home, knowing that he still had about a mile trek to walk. But instead, Seth Rich said, no, it's okay, I'll go to the Wonderland Ballroom. And that's about a mile down the street, or rather a couple blocks down the street. On his way home, that bar would have closed at about 3 in the morning. Now, there were reports that he was highly intoxicated. Well, sources say that those toxicology results still are not back. And according to witnesses here, they said, yes, he had a couple of drinks on him. But police sources believe that 2 hours after he left here, when he was gunned down, that alcohol, if you will, would have already worn down. And he had about a mile walk home from the Wonderland bar, if that's where he went. But police cannot confirm he was at that bar. That walk home would have taken him roughly 30 minutes to the Bloomingdale neighborhood. He would have reached that area where he was shot, and he was on the phone with his girlfriend at about 4:20. Now, if it was half an hour from when he left the Wonderland Ballroom, he would have gone home at about 3:30. The call for the shooting came in at 4:20. So right now, police don't know what happened in that 1 hour time lapse. What we do know at this point is that WikiLeaks offered a $20,000 reward for any information that would lead to an arrest and a conviction in the case. And then, just after, we heard WikiLeaks founder himself, Julian Assange, fueling rumors that Rich's death was a hit because of his work at the DNC.
That was just a robbery, I believe, wasn't it?
No, there's no finding. So
what are you suggesting? What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting that our sources take risks, and they become concerned to see things occurring like that.
But was he one of your sources then? I mean,
we don't comment on who our sources are.
Why?
Now, police sources say they're aware of these theories. They've seen Mr. Assange's interview. But right now, those police sources continue to contend that this was a robbery gone wrong, and they have absolutely no evidence to lead them in the direction that this could have been some sort of nefarious hit. Now, police sources with insight close to the investigation also say that there have been 7 arrests linked to armed robberies in the Bloomingdale neighborhood that happened just days before Seth Rich was killed. Those arrests happened after, and there were 3 guns that were recovered in those 7 arrests. Those 3 guns, none of those guns have matched with the ballistics in Seth Rich's murder. And at this point, we're 6 weeks after that murder, and still no answers as to who was behind that killing. Live tonight in Northwest, Marina Morocco, Fox 5 Local News.
Okay, so that was the reporting 6 weeks, as you heard her say, about the Seth Rich murder. And sorry, you can skip this. This is just kind of, she covered it, but this is something I was looking at. What time the bar closed. Of course, he went to the Wonderland Ballroom right after. This is just a simple Google map. You can see that I put in 4 locations. The first one is Lou City Bar. The second one is the Wonderland Ballroom. Third one is the place where he was found murdered, and shot. And the fourth is where he lives. And you can see just by the map of walking, it would take about 38 minutes from Lou City Bar all the way over to where he lived. So she is correct, unless he was walking very slowly. What exactly happened? Now, if you go to Reddit, you'll see just a lot of private investigations, and you can see a lot of someone did a mapping of all the CCTV cameras near the Seth Rich murder, and all 3 streets leading to scene have multiple cameras, but so far there's never been any video surveillance of who the murder suspects might be. So it's been about, what, 10 months. And okay, you can see here all the yellow spots. They are the CCTV cameras. The X marks where they found him shot, and the blue, of course, is where he lived. Now, we're going back to this panda, and a lot of people are stating things about the whole panda, that Seth Rich had a Twitter account and another account, but one of his Twitter account was Panda for Progress, and people are saying that there's no proof. Well, it's tough to say. There is no real proof, but like I showed you, there's 2 instances about pandas in the first WAPO article, and then you'll see panda, his mom with a panda. That's one video, and then another video with his mom with a panda. So anyways, I also want to go ahead and show you the videos. ABC News did a video, and 3 News Now did a video, and just so you can hear what their parents are saying about this. Not me, not the news, their parents. So here we go.
What we gather from what we've heard from the detectives, and what we learned from Kelsey, he was talking to her. She heard some noise on the phone. She said, "Are you okay? Are you home?" He says, "Yeah, I'm home." And then it's, "I have to call you back." And we don't know what happened there, except he ended up shot twice in the back, and they said he was talking to the officers when they first got there. He was maybe stable when he got to the hospital, and then things went bad, and bullets and people don't match well.
He had bruising on his face, he had bruising on his knuckles, and he had bruising on his knees. So we know he struggled, but we believe someone came from behind him. Was he pushed down? What the struggle was? There's no surveillance yet that we have heard of or anything. We know the police are looking for that, but we may never know what actually happened.
If it was a robbery, it wasn't successful because the police have all his belongings, cell phone, wallet, credit cards, money, so
nothing was taken.
Nothing was taken from him. So if that's what they were trying to do, they got scared and they ran off. And he was a caring person, that he wanted to make a difference. And unfortunately, those visions, those ideas are going to have to be unfulfilled, that he's not able, and the communities or the whatever things he was working on, his biggest thing now was helping make sure that people, who wanted to vote, that they could find the polling places, they could vote, so that everybody can do what they want, and that we can have a better nation.
He also would tell you, make the most of every moment, because you never know when the next moment isn't going to exist. And laugh.
I think that hits so many of the points about what Seth, how we wanted to live, and it's like, make a difference, do good things, treat people fairly, and try to make the world better. I think that's what Seth's goal was, make a difference.
Okay, and here's the next video.
Senseless.
Seth Rich's parents looking for answers after he was shot and killed in Washington, D.C. Sunday morning.
If it was a robbery, it failed because he still had his watch, he still had his money, he still had his credit cards, he still had his phone. So it was a wasted effort, except we lost a life.
Seth's dad, Joel Rich, says his son was talking to his girlfriend on the phone outside D.C.'s largely upscale Northwest Quadrant at the time.
Asked him if he was home yet. He said just about. And then she heard some noise. He said he'd have to call her back. And I don't know when that conversation ended, but at 4:18, there were 2 shots fired.
Seth was shot twice. Police found Rich conscious and breathing, but he died in a hospital. Seth's parents say he had a lot of potential.
The sad part are all the unfulfilled promises or possibilities that he could have had. That's what we'll miss.
Seth went to Central High School, then studied political science at Creighton, and moved to D.C. Seth was the voter expansion data director for the DNC.
Making sure everybody who wants to vote has the opportunity.
One of the things they will miss about Seth is his positivity.
Our son may have had a short life, but he had a very wonderful life that he smiled and enjoyed.
Now, through this pain, Seth's parents say they have to find a way to get through this.
I've got to remember all the good and all the positive, and that's what will make Seth's life of value versus wasting it.
Okay, I'm sorry I'm playing back all the videos. You can play them back yourself. I just want to go through the whole thing with not just my points, but of Seth Rich's parents. And like I was trying to find Seth Rich's video footage, but I did find something that a lot of people have seen already. And Seth Rich's parents, about 4 days ago, thanks to the internet for trying to help find Seth's killer. And so I'll go ahead and play that because that's interesting. Because
hi everyone, this is Joel, I'm Mary, and we're Seth's parents, and we just wanted to say thank you for helping us. We're just so warmed that you would step forward and try to help us find the murderer of our son and try to find the 2 that killed him and make the world a safer place. Seth always believed in people helping each other and that the world would be a greater place if more people did, and we are just so happy and from the bottom of our hearts can't say thank you enough for helping us find who killed Seth. Thank you so much.
And this is weird because the other day there's an opinion piece posted by Washington Post, how they say we're Seth Rich's parents stop politicizing our son's murder. So about 3 days after that thank you video was posted, there's an article, and you can go and read it here. I just find it very odd. And then, so keep this in mind when you're listening to a lot of independent media covering Seth Rich's murder case. All this happened. It's not conspiracy theory. It's oddities. And Marina Morocco, like I covered with her article and the videos and her coverage, she had a Twitter and post, and there is evidence Rich was emailing with WikiLeaks. So she's calling it evidence. I guess you could call her a conspiracy theory for reporting it, whatever. So it's basically what mainstream media is saying, what indie media is saying. Do you trust billionaire industry, multi-billionaire industry to tell you the truth? I mean, how much does the truth cost to tell? Is it really that expensive? Is it free? Is it $1 million? Is it $1 billion? How much money do you need to get paid, or does someone need to get paid to tell you the truth? For me, I would say it doesn't cost anything. Now, how much does it cost for you to believe in a lie? in my opinion, it would probably cost a lot. You'd have to really work at it. So, and what's the purpose of someone who doesn't get paid much to lie to you? What's in it for them? This is just like anything else. It's about motive, right? So, in my opinion, it was the murder of Seth Rich was really a very horrible robber that ended up killing the person he was trying to rob, they were trying to rob, and didn't take anything worth robbing, even a wallet or a watch or a cell phone. Or it was a very good assassination because, well, yeah, if it was a murder attempt, assassination attempt, yeah, they killed him, and the murderers got away scot-free. It's been what 10 months and nothing's been found about who the murderers were. So look, it's easy. Even Seth Rich's parents do not think that it was a murder. That it was a robbery. It was that they probably believe that it was something to do with what he was doing, what he was working on. And so you're going to find a big fight, and for me, it's not about what you think. It matters to me, for me, what I think, because that's how I'm going to investigate this and who I listen to. But for you, you don't have to believe what I say. Just believe what the parents say, what the police say, what the reporter says, and then what other people who are investigating, what they say. Just think more about it. You could just do your own research. You could find research other people are doing. You could even go into Google Maps, look at the satellite view, and you can see all the cameras where they say there are CCTV cameras. You can actually go in and see that there are cameras out there when you do it. Let's see, where's the map? I'll show you. So there's supposed to be one up in Bryant Street, I believe, right here first. So we're gonna go in. Alright, we're in Bryant Street. So where's the CCTV camera? Let's see. Sorry if I'm making you dizzy. I looked at it before. Maybe I'm not at the right place. Sorry. I'm getting a little dizzy. Alright, let's go back. Sorry. Let's see. This is Bryant Street in what was it? First? Was that right? I was right. Okay. Sorry. I should be a little bit better prepared. Bryant Street and First. Road closed. Oh. There it goes. See right there. See that? Right up there. That's a CCTV. It's not a very good angle. But they have, so I'm sure if you went through everywhere in Google Maps just to verify that what the people are saying as far as the CCTV cameras are there or not, you can easily verify that. So before you debunk any independent media of what they're covering it do some more research, because stop just believing in mainstream media and what they tell you, because the people who are in independent media, and I guess I could consider myself one of them because I'm not being paid by corporate media. I'm not being paid at all. I'm just spending extra time doing this with a baby in my arms, and it's about searching for the truth. That's what I'm in it for. So, investigation is what it is, and if you want to verify what other people are finding, then you verify it. Don't just take their word for it. You have all the tools in front of you to verify it, so go ahead and do so. So when you're actually having an argument or a debate about someone saying, oh, this is just conspiracy theory stuff, or hey, stop politicizing this thing, look at it. Seth Rich's parents is thanking everyone for helping find the murderer of his son. And despite what mainstream media is writing an article for, saying stop politicizing it, politicizing for what purpose? That the DNC fraud lawsuit isn't occurring? It is occurring. That there was DNC leaks that did happen, that, or saying that it didn't happen? I don't know. It's just up to you whether you just want to go ahead and ignore all that and just kind of go about your daily business and thinking the DNC is just fine and dandy. All right, anyways, that's a bigger topic. Sorry, I'm rambling. That's my Seth Rich recap. Thank you.